Steve here, and good morning. No, good afternoon. Morning's gone quickly. I found the dream world kind of a lot of work last night. Like on some levels, disturbing, clearing. I woke up this morning, and the world felt somewhat questionable. I'll just use those words because I'll let you just feel what the world feels like for you, and not necessarily feel what it feels like for me. So I was feeling I was feeling a bit off. Although it seems like in this past, say, 9 or 10 months, there's just been a lot of detoxing, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, just cleansing, clearing, taking a lot of action to keep the process moving, to feel well physically. And so I decided I'd use today, use the cards today as a check-in. And so I wanted to know, first of all, through the cards, how I was doing physically, and then mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So I understood that beginning in 1997, there's going to be a 28-year period of time of cleansing. 97 to 2004 was physical cleansing. 2004 to 2011 was mental cleansing. 2011 to 2018 was emotional cleansing, and 2018 to 2025 was spiritual cleansing. So we're in the last 10 months or so of the spiritual cleansing. And so I checked today. I pulled a card for how I'm doing physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I found them to be very useful. So the first card I got was the Three of Discs. Looks very balanced. The wheels. And the Three of Discs is the capacity to give things the works. It represents persistence, tenacity, getting clear on your priorities and commitments. Symbol reflects the power of focus, priority, and commitments, which is represented by the pyramid. The three red wheels symbolize the alignment of mind, heart, and action. Clarity of what it is that you want to give your energy or the works to, and what it is that you don't want to give your energy to, is symbolized by the blue light surrounding the pyramid. The lighted pyramid represents the power of intention and the clarity of priorities and commitments, which can break through any sense of confusion or obstruction, represented by all the gray waves in the background. So that's what we got on a physical level. And, it really feels accurate. Just stay committed. For me, it's continuing being conscious of what I eat, being conscious of exercise, and being conscious of, for me, it's been seemingly really important to do cleansing baths. I use Epsom salts. People use various things, but that seems to work well for me. And just to keep the body in this process of detoxing, because I think we're on a cleansing process on all four levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So that's the word on the physical side, keep up the good works, basically. And then on the mental side, we got the Six of Discs, just a couple pages away from the Three of Discs. And discs are about kind of accomplishments, what we've gotten from something, what possessions we have, what do we hold from the work we've done. And so on a mental level, the Six of Discs, the word is success. And it's a symbol of physical attainment and accomplishment. So here we're asking about the mental level, but we're getting, success, a symbol of physical attainment and accomplishment. And the astrological aspect of this card is Moon and Taurus. The symbol of accomplishment or productivity is Taurus, and deep inner satisfaction is represented by the Moon. Or there is a deep desire at a subconscious level, the Moon, to have some very tangible, productive results, which is Taurus. This card contains the formula of success, which is represented by the 6 planets with the planetary astrological symbols within them. Saturn represents that success is achieved through discipline and step-by-step procedures. Jupiter reminds us that success is achieved by being open and flexible to options. Venus reminds us that success is attainable as a result of following what has heart and meaning in our lives. Moon reflects that success is attainable if we will stay in our authenticity and truth. Mercury, the planet of communication, reminds us that success is attainable if we will organize our communication so that context and timing are all aligned. And Mars reminds us that success is attainable if we will put consistent energy into personal and professional issues, rather than expend marathon energy or inconsistent energy into our life situations. So that's, how are you doing on a mental level? You're being successful, and keep going. 10 more months, whatever it is, till March 23rd, 2025. Okay, and on an emotional level, we got the Nine of Wands, and the word associated with it is strength. So emotionally strong. And maybe this is what we've accomplished or what we need to hold on to as a life raft for the next 9 or 10 months. Because the energy of change is, for me, tangible. It just doesn't feel like there's an option to not change. And it's not that I don't want to change. I think that I have perceived change as difficult, even though I've made a lot of changes and continuous changes. But I think that I was kind of really working hard to make changes rather than relax and allow changes. So that may be the message, to just relax and allow changes and not get disturbed by the energies. And this is, I'm talking to myself right now, literally. I'm talking to the computer, and I'm going to listen to this later. Not to get disturbed by the energies that I'm feeling. Whether they be, I perceive them as the energies of the world that I'm feeling, or the energies inside myself that I'm feeling, to not get disturbed by any of them. And to state out loud whenever it seems useful, I choose to let this go. Anything that's not of my highest good, I choose to let it go. And I've done this for years. This was suggested to me years and years ago. And I've done it ever since, and it's worked like a charm. It may be a charm, but just I choose to let this go can be very helpful in times when things are coming up that need to be released. And this feels like that. That is exactly what it feels like is happening. So the Nine of Wands is strength. This is spiritual and intuitive strength of vision. Astrologically, this card is Sun and Moon in Sagittarius, which symbolizes conscious and subconscious, unconscious strength. Nine of Wands indicates strength of vision, perception, and intuition. It reflects strength on every level of consciousness, which is represented by the 4 intercepting arrows: mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, and physical strength. This is a symbol of the unlimited strength that comes from deep within, the deep self. Whenever you pull this card, it indicates the next 9 weeks to the next 9 months. The closing 9 or 10 months of the spiritual cycle of cleansing. For the next 9 months, there's unlimited strength to call upon to manifest those visions, insights, and perceptions that are important to you, like peace on earth, goodwill to people. Okay, that's the Nine of Wands. Very beautiful card. And for the how are we doing on a spiritual level, we got one of the major arcana, and this card is the Temperance card. It's number 14 of the major arcana. And kind of look at the symbol for a minute, because they're going to be talking about it. Well, not for a minute, maybe for like 5 seconds after I said that. Okay, the Temperance card. It's the principle of integration, synthesis, and synergy. Ken Wilber, who wrote a book called No Boundary, said in the book that the point is to unify and harmonize the opposites, both positive and negative, by discovering a ground which transcends and encompasses them both. That may take a little time to process that. The Temperance symbol represents the universal principle of integration, synthesis, and synergy. In order to come into the artistry of who we are, it's important to balance the apparent paradoxes, oppositions, or polarities within our nature. Every symbol on this card represents a union of opposition which creates something new. The union of opposition which creates something new. Synergy is the union of 2 or more principles which combined can create a greater whole. Temperance is the integration of opposition in order to become even more of who we are. Fire and water are merged to create steam. This same metaphor is pictured by Leo, the lion. A fire sign drinks from the cauldron with Scorpio, the eagle or phoenix, a water sign. Together they drink from the cauldron, which contains air, or the life force. On the cauldron itself is another union of polarity, represented by the bird and the skull, the union of life and death, which is a prevalent experience for all humankind. In the background, the great sun disk unifies with its polar opposite, the crescent moon. From which the spinning stars at the top and sides of this card are created. The light and dark of our nature need to be incorporated before we can fully express the whole of who we are. This is represented by the light and dark arms and faces, which when combined create the balanced and tempered being. The art temperance symbol is the best symbol for supporting the integration and synthesis of polarities or oppositions in your life. If you're wanting to integrate two or more important issues, this is the archetype which reinforces the synergetic principle where two or more things coming together create a greater whole. Evoking the art temperance symbol is in meditation or through conscious intention can assist your process of experiencing your life as an art form that is both tempered and balanced. And these are a few sample affirmations like, be aware of the light, be careful of the light. He was struck by the light. Okay, the last part of this is there are some sample affirmations to use while looking at the art temperance symbol. So you're looking at the symbol, and you can say, I am a creative, well-integrated individual. I am as strong in my magnetic nature as I am in my dynamic nature. I express the artistry of who I am in states of balance and integration. I experience temperance when I equally value the light and dark within my own nature. Okay, it'll take a little time, I think, for me to listen to this and get. I've been working with it this morning because I felt like the cards, on some level, didn't represent the dark mood I was in. And then I realized, well, no, because they're representing the whole. And they're representing, like, staying with it, being true to your vision. You have enough strength. So a bit of encouragement from deep within ourselves. That strength comes from deep within ourselves. So we have enough strength. We have the vision. We have the ability to look at things from both sides now. And we're going to give it the works, and the card we got for the mental realm is success. So I think this lines up a really good picture that if we continue to work with things as we have been working, we will have a successful experience doing that. So that's it for today. I hope you're doing well, and I do hope that this serves you as we all move through these times together, which can be perceived to be somewhat challenging. All right, that's it for now, and I think that I'm going to do a Mayan calendar reading for this week because this week looks kind of action-packed. All right, that's it. Later.